Hey everyone, welcome to Bickering Book Reviews. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Becky.
And today we're talking about Reckless Girls by Rachel Hawkins. And I got this as an e-audio off of NetGalley.
Same.
Okay, so this is about Lux, who's kind of been floundering ever since her mother died. And she basically kind of left behind her old life and gave up everything and moved to Hawaii to be with a boyfriend who promised her that they would travel the world in his boat. But once she got to Hawaii, things kind of fell off and he's kind of, I would say, floundering himself. So she's like working, the odd job at like a local resort and dealing with the rich people and their ridiculousness. And just getting kind of resentful of the fact that they aren't traveling like Nico, her boyfriend, said that they would. But they finally get an opportunity on the heels of her losing her job. They get an opportunity to take two they're co-eds, right? I mean, they're co-eds.
I think they say at one point they were like 22, right?
Yeah, so two young co-eds to this mysterious island that's off the beaten path. Nobody really goes to it. It's also kind of got legends attached to it, and the legends are not great, but they want to see the beauty of it. So Nico is asked to charter a boat to this island. So, and Lux is able to go with them. So they go off to this island, and it turns out there are already some people there. So they kind of start having fun, and then more people kind of come to the island, and it gets really weird. People start disappearing, people start turning up dead, and it's like what's going on with this island? And yeah, things get rough when they get to the island. Yeah.
Well, no, but I just, because like that's what the description says, but like things don't happen on the island for people.
Well, a lot of the things that happen off the page.
But it also like stuff that happens like it's like 70% through the book before things actually start happening.
I guess I didn't notice that because this felt a lot like a typical horror movie where like you go to this beautiful island and then like the ghosts start attacking you. Not that this is a ghost book, but like it felt very similar to like a B-movie horror film. And like I enjoyed that aspect of it.
See, and I thought it was kind of boring. I actually halfway through the book like switched to a different audiobook because I was so bored. And I love Rachel Hawkins books usually, and this was like, to me, I was so disappointed. I didn't like the characters, and honestly, like sitting here thinking, to me, the most interesting parts of the book were like the little like interviews and articles about the island, but also sitting here thinking like they talk about how like there was cannibalism on the island and there was like poisonous fish on the island, and none of like the stuff about the island actually ever really integrated into the story.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think that building up the backgrounds. I guess I kind of like when they flashed back to people's like befores. Like I like that part of like getting to know the characters from the past. I think that there should have been more, especially should have fleshed out more with Lux. But
yeah, because you know nothing. You don't know Lux at all. Like I don't.
And I think there were like certain specific things about her, like her name. Like, why are you choosing her name, and how does it actually relate to the story? Like, tie it back to the story, and it never really seemed to like tie in very well.
Well, and I mean, like it's really early in the book, but they talk about like her name relating to virgin suicides, and like it's like 2 lines, and
well, and I've never seen virgin suicides, so maybe it would have made sense had I seen virgin suicides, but I don't think so.
I saw virgin suicides, and I can't remember, either I read the book or it's one of those books that I've always thought that I read, and no, the story doesn't really relate in any way, shape, or form.
So I don't know. I don't know. I mean, her writing style is the same. Like this doesn't turn me off to Rachel Hawkins. I don't think it's one of her strongest ones, but it's definitely like one of those movies, those scary movies that you get that is not going to be all that great, but like you're just ready for like a good scare, and like this did it. This it was what I expected it to be, I guess, is what it comes down to.
See, and I was expecting like a suspenseful. It wasn't suspenseful. It wasn't like to me it wasn't a mystery. Like, and then when things do happen, they're kind of like, oh, that happened. See, and like it won't turn me off of Rachel Hawkins books because like this is the only one of her books that I haven't really, really enjoyed. So to me, I'm just like, well, apparently this one just wasn't for me. But like, I loved Hex Hall. I loved.
Those are very different books.
But I loved the what was it? The Wife Upstairs.
Yeah.
I thought that was amazing. Like the Royals was amazing. So I know there's another series in there that I'm forgetting. To me, like this, I didn't connect to the characters. I didn't connect to the setting, and I was bored.
Well, because I think you're not supposed to like any of the characters.
But there wasn't even like I didn't even dislike them. I was just like,
yeah.
Like honest, I wouldn't have finished it if we were not going to film on it.
Well, then I think we should go into rating. I kind of have a feeling I know where you're going with this, but our rating starts with 5 unicorns. If we don't like it, we come down to 2 unicorns. If we don't like it, it doesn't get a horn and is therefore a horse. Where are you?
I'm at a 2 because like there was some story, and like you were saying, the flashbacks did make it more interesting. And those parts about like the little like the interviews and the letters and stuff about the island, that was the potential of the story was interesting.
I'm going with a 3 because you're right. There were certain pieces and parts that needed to be not fleshed out better, just integrated better. But I liked it because it was exactly what I was expecting it to be. So I enjoyed it for being what it was. So I give it a 3.
Plus, it bugs me when books' descriptions don't match the book, and this book's description did not match the book.
I mean, but it did kind of match the book. It just made it more interesting than it really was. But that's where we are with Reckless Girls by Rachel Hawkins. We will see you around.
Bye.
Bye.